Subscribe. It's Storytime Productions. Twistelly's Twisted True Stories.
Hello, my friends. Here is a real-life camping horror story from a subscriber, Tim. Definitely would have scarred me for life. Enjoy. The forecast promised clear skies when we set out for Misty Lake Campground, a secluded spot surrounded by thick woods. Eager for a weekend away from the city, my friends and I joked about old campfire legends as we pitched our tents beside the silent, mist-shrouded lake. As darkness fell, a dense fog rolled in, swallowing the light from our fire and reducing our world to a small, flickering bubble in the night. We settled into our tents after a night of stories and laughter. Sometime deep in the night, a sharp, piercing cry jolted me awake. It sounded human, a cry of anguish or terror echoing across the lake. My friends heard it too. We gathered, shivering not just from the cold but from fear, discussing whether someone might be in trouble. Armed with only flashlights, we decided to investigate. It seemed the right thing to do. As we approached the water's edge, the cry came again, louder, closer. The beam of my flashlight cut through the fog, revealing nothing but the murky, undisturbed waters of the lake. We spread out, calling into the mist, our voices muffled and absorbed by the heavy air. Suddenly, a cold wind swept across the lake, dispersing the fog for a moment. In that brief clarity, I saw a figure standing in the lake, water up to its knees, facing away from us. I called out, but the figure didn't respond, didn't move. Heart pounding, I approached slowly, my flashlight's beam fixed on the back of the figure. It was a woman, her long, wet hair clinging to her pale skin. I reached out to touch her shoulder, and as my fingers brushed her, she turned abruptly. Her face was devoid of features, smooth and blank like a mannequin's. I stumbled back in horror as she took a step forward, reaching out with arms that were too long, her fingers tapering into sharp, twisted claws. I screamed, and my friends rushed to my side. We retreated as the figure waded slowly after us, disappearing once more into the fog as we neared our campsite. We grabbed our gear and fled, never looking back. The cries continued behind us, a haunting lament that seemed to follow us as we escaped the woods. To this day, I can't explain what we saw at Misty Lake. But sometimes, when the fog rolls in on cold nights, I hear that cry again, distant yet chillingly close, and I wonder if she's still out there, waiting in the mist. That's some spooky shit. I wouldn't be going back there either. Hope you enjoyed. Twistelly's story ideas at gmail.com. If you have a real-life horror story, submit it there. And if you liked that one, click the one to the right of my head here. It is terrifying. And as always, my friends, I will see you on the dark side. Sweet nightmares.
Twistelly's Twisted True Stories. Subscribe.